Hello and welcome to the National Debate. I'm Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan. Viewers, it's not just about an alleged theft. It's about betrayal of faith. Times Now's Operation Chanda Chori has unearthed explosive details about how donations at the Ram Temple were allegedly handled, raising serious questions over accountability, transparency and oversight. An eyewitness has made sensational claims, from gold donations allegedly being accepted without original bills to CCTV footage allegedly being managed. The SIT probe has now intensified with fresh questioning at the temple and cross-verification of key elements. Sources say that investigators are examining the entire donation chain, financial records, security lapses, and even land deals. Was this an organized racket thriving inside one of India's holiest shrines? Who is responsible if these allegations are proven? And will the SIT expose and come out and actually bring the truth in the public domain?
तो अयोध्या वासियों को क्यों नहीं फिर ये मिला वो रोजगार?
अयोध्या वासी कहाँ?
उसके बाद जो है अपना भतीजा लाया, सोना चांदी और रुपया बोरे भर के ट्रेन से जाएगा और गाड़ी ले आएगा। न्यूज में है, आपके न्यूज में
सुमेश आनंद,
हाँ SIT वाले ने सब निकाल ली। और उसके बाद वहाँ से एक साल में 50 ट्रेवल किया, 50 और वहाँ जाता है कुछ रुपया जो है हमारे की जलाने में जाता है। ये बताइए, यहाँ की जो चढ़ावा है सोना चांदी वो कर्नाटक में ही करेगा,
लखनऊ का है?
लखनऊ में या
फैजाबाद में निकल जाएगा,
फैजाबाद में नहीं कर सकता, वही करेगा। तो 1 किलो मंदिर का जलाने के लिए ले जाएगा और 25 किलो अपना ले जाएगा। उस 25 से 7 किलो निकाल ले जाएगा। बाउचर बनेगा, बाउचर बन करके 26 किलो का बाउचर बन गया, अगर पकड़ा गया तो 26 किलो का पूरा जला देगा, राम मंदिर का हो जाएगा। नहीं तो 1 किलो राम मंदिर का है, 25 किलो
भरे पड़े हैं सोनार यहाँ पे।
What we are focusing on the national debate today are these and other fundamental questions that are coming out of this. Let's quickly introduce our panel. We have R.P. Singh, National Spokesperson of BJP, Prateek Som, lawyer as well as spokesperson of JJP. We have Sangeet Ragi, political analyst, Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst. Vivek Silas is national spokesperson of Samajwadi Party. Chirag Sethi is spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. But what really are we talking about? Let's take a look at what the latest updates as far as the entire controversy are. Now, this is what Champat Rai has come out and said. He says, my service in Ayodhya is complete. He's also come out to say that he won't leave with a blemish on my name. He has, of course, further come out to say that my trust has been betrayed. That's the allegation or the statement coming in from Champat Rai few days after the news came out that he has resigned. But what really are the issues at hand? What Operation Chanda Chori has revealed is that Champat Rai is very much still in charge and visiting the office even. Champat Rai is still overseeing the donation process as far as the trust is concerned. Donations accepted without the original bills. Very, very important charge. Trust does not insist on original bills for gold. Let's further bring you other revelations. Devotees were persuaded to show gold as a donation without the bill. And also devotees told that they can't question fate of the donated gold. They have to submit as much in an affidavit, and CCTV surveillance and footage can be managed is also another revelation coming out of the entire Operation Chanda Chori. So very, very serious set of charges coming in. And let me quickly take this across to our panel. Sangeet Ragi, serious questions are emerging on how really things are happening. SIT probe has been on for over a week. In fact, it's about 10 days if I'm not mistaken. And we are in a situation where since the FIR has been filed last week, still this kind of brazen activity is going on. What justifies this?
I cannot question your investigation, and therefore, if this is true, then I must say and I must confess that this is not acceptable. This shouldn't have been. Second point, the way the investigation is going on and the way the SIT is investigating the accused, and at the same time also going deep into the entire what has been offered to or the came as donation, and it has increased the ambit of investigation. One can now be assured that the investigation is on right track. So the opposition cannot say simply that this is an eyewash. The way
I don't think
Champatra-
anybody is questioning the SIT. To be fair, SIT is doing its job. It has a difficult job at hand. But the point is, what is happening within the trust? The trust in which the millions of devotees have reposed their faith. Is this how they are going to repose the faith of those who are giving their donations? Because when you donate something, whether it is money, whether it's gold, it is through that belief. That belief has been completely shattered today.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I am not denying that if this is exactly happening, and I have no reason to disbelieve it, this is very bad. You know, there must be some institutional process and institutional mechanism to ensure that the trust is, there is no trust deficit in the devotees. And all this, what is happening is creating a kind of a trust deficit, which is not acceptable. It is not a matter of individual, it is a matter of institution.
No, faith in Lord Ram, but the faith in the trustees is the question that we are debating over here.
Exactly.
And, yeah, but Chirag Sethi, do you accept this argument that, the SIT probe is going on and we are seeing repeatedly the statements coming in, let SIT do its job. But the point is, when will the lessons be learned? When will the people who have been given the responsible job of running such an important temple, if they are going to behave in this manner, it's going to raise very serious questions. And do you think an SIT probe is adequate or enough? Should there be a central government probe as well?
There should be, I think, a judicial probe rather. Why I'm telling you this, because from 2021, this has been happening. Dinanath Verma, who was a part of the Mandir Nirman, he said 40% commission has been given to the relatives of Anil Mishra. There was another guy called Mahipal Singh, who was a Lekha Prabhari, who said 21-22 में भी चोरियां हो रही थी. आपने नहीं सुना. अब आप मान रहे हो चोरी हुई है, आप मान रहे हो पैसे की रिकवरी हुई है. Even there are statements where saying 5th June also they have recovered 80 lakh rupees. तो 5 जून को जब पैसे मिले थे तो FIR तब क्यों नहीं हुई? When Arvind Kejriwal ji went there, the pressure was there. Anand Fanan में आपने FIR कर दिया, 8 लोग पकड़े गए. But what is the amount that has been looted from the mandir? We need that amount. What about that 200 kgs of silver? What about the murtis? What about gold? Where is all that? आप कह रहे हो एक 12,000 की सैलरी पे एक लड़का है, वो 50 लाख की गाड़ी में आ रहा है और आप सवाल नहीं कर रहे हो कि ये पैसे कहां से आ रहे हैं. आप कह रहे हो कि हमने भरोसा किया, तो गलती आपकी है ये.
Madhav, after donation, the scam came up in the public discourse. All sorts of, accusations have coming from different quarters about the gold ornaments, about the bricks. But nobody has gone there to see whether those exist there or not. I can tell you that all these are rumors.
No, today we have a person on record.
Let me put my point. All those bricks and the gold donations are very much in the strong room. Nobody has gone there and checked that whether they exist or not.
Let's in fact bring up those graphics. We have information about the charges that have been made, and there is one individual, in fact we can pull out his bite as well, who has actually come out to say that they gave this to Tinu, a particular ornament, and then 8 months later they were not given a receipt. They were saying ki sona pigla diya gaya. Let's quickly bring up those graphics up on our screen as far as the charges, as far as various individuals are concerned. But let me get in a quick response, in fact, on that as well. RP Singh, would you like to comment on this? If people are donating certain objects, they expect that those objects will be taken care of. Unfortunately, in this case, individuals such as Tinu, who are close to Champat Rai, are being charged with exactly that, misappropriating those assets or donations.
What Tinu? There are many more people who are close to Champat Rai ji. I mean, it's not a matter that Tinu is some very close associate or someone who is working as per the direction of Mr. Champat Rai ji. I mean, there are many more people, because he is the General Secretary, he is in charge of the temple affairs. So people are close, and they can be as close as Tinu. Many more can be close. So don't associate Tinu with Champat Rai ji. Let's be very clear on this one. Secondly, as far the investigation goes, let me put it very clearly on record today for your viewers also and for my friends here also. No one will be spared, whether he is an official, whether he is a member of the trust, or whether he is an employee. No one will be spared. Let the SIT report happen, and there were questions being raised recently. Oh, what was the bulldozer? Again, if there is any unauthorized property of any of these people, bulldozer applied there also. No one will spare on that also. So there's very complete clarity. We accept there is a bungling, there is a theft which has happened, and yes, investigation started.
Okay, let's take a quick look because you mentioned that point. I'm just coming to you in a minute. Necklace offered for Lord Ram by a businessman. This is what Mahant Vinod Mishra, head priest of the Rukadia Hanuman Mandir, has said. Jewelry was submitted directly to Tinu Yadav is a claim that he has made. There's also another individual, Anil Vishwakarma, businessman, who says donated 3 kg of silver garland, 1 kg of silver charan paduka. This is another claim that has been made. No receipt was given, never received this receipt from the temple authorities. Another individual who has come out to make this claim. Raju Manwani of the Global Sindhi community has come out to say that the community donated 200 kgs of silver to the Ram Mandir, and also say that there was no receipt that was given or details of use of that donation that were given out as well. So these are just some of the individuals who are coming out. And in fact, Pratik Som, you can come in on this. What is one to make? Because it's, if one stray individual says something, there is some misunderstanding that is a separate issue. There are multiple people who are making similar charges. So what is going on? The basis of any donation has to be a receipt if we have to have a transparent process. But that process is not really transparent. It's quite opaque.
Rather a bigger picture than that, Madhav. A temple that commands the faith and donation of millions must also command the highest standards of transparency, which has come up that there is none. I'm really surprised by the statements of both of the BJP spokesperson and the affiliated soft person that they are donning the cap of investigating officers. That वहाँ पे तो कुछ तिजोरी में है ही नहीं या जो होगा बहुत सही होगा. I must congratulate media and also very surprised that you guys are the first auditors of this scam. This must be happening for so many times, such a long time. One person coming in and saying out of a global community that we have donated 200 kgs of silver. Where it has gone? It is for a New Delhi media to go there and bring it to Delhi, and then we are going to debate on what issue? On Ram temple issue. This is what is happening in India. We are in a new India when the accountability towards the Ram temple is being considered as anti-faith. Dharmo rakshati rakshita. Dharma protects who protects it. What is happening? राम टेम्पल पूरे हिंदुओं की आस्था का विषय, वहां पर हजारों किलो सोना चांदी डोनेशंस जा रही है. एंड व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? We are now supporting that nothing has happened. I must congratulate UPCM also because I heard and read it that it was when he reached there. He said, give me 10 days or 15 days time, whatever he said. And then after that, such investigation has come in. Now New Delhi is also addressing it. This is really unfortunate.
Quick response of Sangeet and then come to Tehsil. Yeah, one by one.
Madhav, one line. Nobody is supporting. And nobody is supporting the scam. Everybody is accepting that it has happened. The point is that who are responsible for it? Directly responsible, or there is a mismanagement on part of the trustees, number one. I would say that there is a mismanagement on part of the trustee, but there are people who are directly guilty in bungling of the fund. Those who are trustee and those who were in charge of the monitoring, I must say that they have a moral responsibility to resign. Second point.
But has he resigned or not? That is the point. Champat Rai ji is there.
Champat Rai has resigned.
Mr. Pankaj Gupta tells us that he is there. We had also told last week he has resigned. What is the truth?
Let me make a distinction. Madhav, you are employee working in this organization. Suppose that you do something which is wrong ethically, morally, and even legally wrong. Does it mean that your superior will be responsible directly for that? No.
But oversight is also something.
Yes.
If there is a scam that has happened, obviously the head of the company will be put up, whichever company it is.
Exactly, this is what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Champat Rai was not the only person. He was a trustee.
But he has the moral authority. If he is not directly involved in the scam. Just a second.
I'm saying that the investigation.
Let him respond to you.
Suppose tomorrow the Champat Rai is found guilty, hang him.
Okay. If Champat Rai is found guilty, hang him.
But before
what if the scam was done by those down below?
Don't reach at conclusion.
Will you still hold Champat Rai responsible? Is the question he's asking. Respond, Tehsil.
Madhav, let's go step by step and then come to Champat Rai. This about started a month ago when the opposition, all of us, started raising this. We've also all come on Times Now. I would ask you viewers to go on YouTube and check the Times Now videos. All of these friends sitting here, including him, said we guys are anti-Ram. They mocked us. They acted extremely toxic with us. They refused to accept it. Today they are accepting it, number one. So this is a pattern with them. They first deny, then they say, oh, now they take moral responsibility, and he's congratulating Yogi ji. Now let's go to the SIT before I come to Champat Rai ji. The SIT investigation report was handed over to a person who was a member of the trust. What kind of an SIT is this? Now your question is very valid. Did Champat Rai ji resign or not resign? You are either pregnant or not pregnant. You can't be half pregnant. Champat Rai ji continues to be chairman. I have no reason to doubt your hidden camera and the sting that you guys have done. The meeting is also not called by the trust to remove him or dismiss him or accept his resignation so far. If it is, sir out here would be showing us.
Chairman.
Sir, what?
Yeah.
Sir, the trust.
One by one.
One second. The general secretary the trust has to call, and nor has Mr. Mishra resigned. Those resignations, they may have given the paper. It's not come in. The meeting has not been called. If that was accepted, the paper would be here right now on Times Now. That hasn't happened. They continue to run it. It's clearly in your investigation.
Okay.
The third part, just one part about this. The entire organization of this SIT, as he rightly said, judicial or CBI should happen, because the same police and state authorities who were involved in this robbery are the ones who are investigating. How else with protocols that involved handling crores of rupees that were bypassed with the collusion of these authorities, now they are investigating. Obviously, they're going to catch the small fish.
Okay, and RP Singh, I think that's a valid question. One second. That's a valid question. And allow me to ask the question. Simple question I'm asking.
I need to first object to his conclusion.
What?
Sachin, I agree with each and every point of yours.
Ji, sir.
Except the collusion part. Because we still don't, I'm not giving anyone a clean chit. But we still have no proof on the collusion part. Let the investigation happen. I reiterate.
Sure. Let the investigation happen.
Give me another second. I reiterate, even if it's Champat Rai or anyone else who is responsible, if he's there colluding with these, he'll be hanged.
Okay. Let the court decide that. I have small technical clarification which I want from RP Singh, and others can also come in on this. If Champat Rai, if those who are allegedly his close aides are the ones responsible for carrying out these various pilferage, scam, donation, chanda chori, whatever one calls it. Now, if Mr. Champat Rai is still there, and it's his aides who are reportedly the ones who have carried out these wrong acts, then cannot Mr. Champat Rai influence the probe? Either silence the witnesses or, influence the course of investigation, suppress evidence?
Are they personal pride of Champat Rai? No. They are not personal pride of Champat Rai. They are part of the trust part. They are the pride of the trust.
Tinu Yadav was his driver.
No. Okay. Tomorrow my driver is part of my organization. I run an organization, but tomorrow my driver can be part of the organization because he, over a period, grows up to be part of the organization.
But why are people donating to Tinu Yadav then?
No. Because he's there to accept the donation.
No,
he's not supposed to.
He's Tinu Yadav because he's Champat Rai's driver. Sir, you're not getting it.
Not at all.
He's Champat Rai. Sir, 1 second. With respect. Sir, with respect. 1 second. With respect. Sir, with respect. Nobody knows who Tinu Yadav is. You're going to Tinu because Tinu derives his authority from Champat Rai.
That's the
point. He has access to Champat Rai. That's why, sir.
So switch off the CCTV. He has so much access that he can go in the temple, switch off the CCTV and on the hidden cameras. 72 times the theft is happening, and उसके बाद आप कह रहे हो FIR नहीं होगा. और इतने इनके बड़े नेता हैं, ब्रिजभूषण शरण जी, वो कह रहे हैं मैं इस ड्राइवर से डर रहा हूँ. ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता ना. इसका मतलब बहुत बड़े लोग इन्वॉल्व है. आप छोटे मोटे लोगों को पकड़कर SIT बनाकर एक खेल खेल दिया आपने. खत्म हो जाएगा. कोई नहीं. 1 second. And the trust is been made by the PMO. So the PMO official is there, the CMO official is there, the DM is there. That means the government knew कि पैसा आ रहा है, कितना पैसा आ रहा है, लैंड डील्स में क्या हो रहा है. Government was all aware about it. A government official was there.
RP Singh.
Now, can I, one line, just one line. Probably one should know how the trust functions. In functioning of the trust, there is no intervention from the government. Let me make you very clear. Because the trust is, registered under certain act. And it is the members of the trust who are responsible for the functioning of the trust. So the government interference is at no place. The representative of the governments were there.
State and centre both have an IS officer who are on the trust board.
And the
what are they doing
there also?
Why are they there on the trust board?
There is a distinction if you're dealing with a public money. And let me tell you what is falling from Honorable Supreme Court these days in such kind of offences. Also submitting as a lawyer. From Nimmagadda Prasad to YS Jagan Mohan Reddy's judgment, Supreme Court is now very, very clear that economic offences constitute class apart. And the apex court of this country considers economic offences more graver than heinous offenses like murder, rape and dacoity. This is what we are dealing right now. This is a classic case of economic offense where a conspiracy has been hatched, the public money has been siphoned, and it has been siphoned in the most blatant manner, and also which has completely shook the conscience of multi-crore Hindus here in India.
Vivek Salis is not yet spoken. Vivek Salis, the question is this, that ultimately a lot of this, now the question coming from the other side is often that this is all happening because of the UP elections. Parties like Samajwadi Party suddenly are very active. 2 years you didn't go to the Ram Temple. Now suddenly you become very active because of the elections that are coming. Arvind Kejriwal is there as a Hanuman Bhakt and so on and so forth. How do you respond to that?
No, as far as I'll talk about the Bharatiya Janata Party, as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, there has been they themselves are controversial. You see what Vinay Katayar said. Vinay Katayar today said that he said Champat Rai, Gopal Rao, Anil Mishra and Govind Dev Giri are all culprits and they should be behind bars. On the other hand, Keshav Prasad Maurya.
If they are.
Okay, if they are. He said that. What is Keshav Maurya saying?
I'm going to take it. Another second. I'm going to take it further. Not behind bars. They should be hanged.
Okay, they should be hanged. Please note it down. They should be hanged. When they are renowned as culprits, I'll talk to you, Mr. R.P. Singh. Let me see what you say then.
I'll be the first one to be with you on that.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Anyway, what is the Deputy CM saying? वो तो कह रहे हैं कि जो ये चंपत राय हैं ये तो तपस्वी हैं. ये तो तपस्वी बता दिया. A Deputy CM of UP is saying Champat Rai is a tapasvi. Just imagine that, And if you see, it, as you mentioned at the beginning of the show, it's a betrayal of faith, definitely. And people are deeply hurt. We all are deeply hurt. We never expected that such thing would happen at the holiest shrine in India. Did you expect? I felt very bad about it.
Naturally.
But the thing is, we want to find who's the Dracula amongst the vampires. I can compare these guys to Dracula and vampires because the lust for money is not ending. It's endless. You have shown it in your sting yesterday. I was there at your show yesterday evening at 6 p.m. So these are the people who are thirsty of money and don't know. God knows. Investigation should hurry up. And SIT, the interim,
I'm going to give RP Singh a chance.
It should be in public domain. What is happening in the SIT should be in the public domain. The country wants to know about it.
Of course, all of that will come out at some point in time. But RP Singh, since there's a direct question for the BJP, would you like to respond? He says, while you may be saying this, the fact is that the Deputy CM of Uttar Pradesh appears to be giving a clean sheet to Mr. Champat Rai. Please respond.
No. See,
what do you mean by tapasvi, sir?
एक मिनट सर मैं बोल
Let him respond.
हर आदमी का एक दूसरे व्यक्ति से एक प्रकार का संबंध है. Everyone has a different face with each and every individual. You know me because I come to you, I come meet you here on a TV debate. My family will know me as a parent, as a father, or as a husband, and my people in my organization will know me as a head of the organization. So that's probably the interaction of our Deputy CM with the Champat Rai ji.
But does he not have a moral responsibility? Forget criminality. I agree with you. Maybe the criminality is not proved. But does he not have a moral responsibility? Why is this Deputy CM?
Why forget criminality?
Let him answer, please.
Do you know about the vicarious liability? It is unfortunate that in terms of defining the strict liability, we are forgetting the vicarious liability. चाहे वो जो भी है, उनका एक ड्राइवर का इतना एक्सेस है कि हजारों किलो सोना चांदी. Can your driver decide on what is happening in your house?
Exactly. I accept your point. Vicarious liability.
You are vicariously liable. If your driver do this, you are vicariously liable because it is in your knowledge and you have an intention.
Let him answer. RP Singh.
But if he's in a court, he will be very bad lawyer, I'm telling you. So I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry to say that because the way you are trying to put the things across, that doesn't justify any law. I mean, doesn't work under any judicial process. Sorry, give me a second. I have to give you an example because my daughter had a driver who became a court clerk with her, and now he works as a court clerk. Tomorrow he does anything wrong in the system. I mean, the company can be held responsible. Again, he was a driver, yes, but he promoted or his duty was shifted or he was assigned a new role. But no one keeps a track on every day-to-day level. Give me a second, day-to-day level.
Allow me to explain. One second, please, sir. Let me explain this in as simple words as Samra. Let's say somebody as a driver, I'll take sir's example. The driver now becomes a court clerk and goes and decides to fix a judgment, which is an act of criminality. What we are talking about is an act of criminality. And he uses the boss's name, in this case Champat Rai and Ram Mandir's influence to do the act of criminality.
So
his immediate, sir, one second, sir, let the viewers. His immediate boss is responsible because the authority to do that criminality, for example, switching off CCTV cameras, comes from the authority of Champat Rai, doesn't come from the authority of Tinu Yadav, the driver on the clerk.
How do you know that? I mean, don't do flying.
One second,
Don't
I'll
do
explain.
flying.
Sir, please allow me, sir.
Tinu Yadav would not be so powerful without Champat Rai. That is his point.
Number two, Mr. Mishra was and his wife were the Pratham Yajman when the Honorable Prime Minister came. They were a Pratham Yajman. They were sitting with the Honorable Prime Minister. Today, I mean, after being the main host, after having the control, if you are saying you are not responsible, can I come to your show? It's not morality on your show. If I do an act of criminality on your show that violates the laws of Noida, UP or India, you will also be held accountable. That's the way the law functions.
Of course, High Court judge had to resign because the driver's outhouse.
One last thing. The deputy chief minister. The deputy chief minister saying, "Oh, I may know him personally. To me, he is a tapasvi." This is not about personal relations. Hum aapke hai kaun? This is a serious criminal investigation. The deputy chief minister is not speaking as his son or his bhakt. He's speaking as the deputy chief minister of Uttar Pradesh. Therefore, you investigated him. Speak on the terms of law.
All right. Let me quickly bring in the next talking point up on the screen and taking this same debate further. What exactly has happened? What is the modus operandi? This is what the witnesses are telling Times Now, that 4 individuals allegedly worked together. Each allegedly stole 2.5 lakh rupees daily. Laxity and negligence during the counting is what we are speaking about. Counting done inside the police outpost is what we were told. Also, of course, these are some of the charges in terms of lack of security, because anyone could enter or leave the counting room. There's also, of course, no frisking or checking that was carried out when people were coming in and leaving. Again, lacks of security in terms of the theft method, because the money was taken out during washroom trips is what we were told. Also, of course, there were no searches before the washroom visits. And also, of course, in terms of the location of the washroom being used to hide the money as well is being talked about. And also the kind of clothing that they had is something we're talking about. Who are these accused who are then sacked and then rehired? Anukalp, Lavkush and Avinash. A key claim is that Anukalp was the main mastermind in this, worked 4 to 5 months post Pran Pratishtha. And then, of course, this is the detail coming in as far as Anukalp is concerned. He was suddenly removed from the counting duties, and then later he is in fact rehired by the trust. All of the accused, in fact, have been brought in last year. Sangeet Ragi, how is this possible that a person who's removed is again rehired? That itself raises a question, doesn't it?
I completely agree with you. But let me come back to and reflect on vicarious responsibility, which he talked about, accountability. Suppose that my driver commits something, so I also had to carry the liability. In simple terms, this is vicarious liability, isn't it?
If he has done a personal crime, he may be liable strictly as per that.
Yeah.
But if he has done an institutional crime which is being headed by you,
using your name,
yes,
using your name,
How do you know you stop doing that.
That was a donation.
Again, you are doing
that. There is a common intention and conspiracy. It is not that every person do some specific crime to be hatched into it.
One second, allow me. Those individuals who are giving money to Tinu Yadav, they thought they are donating to the trust. That's quite evident because they are saying no receipt was given.
Very right.
Right. So what was the association of Tinu Yadav with the trust? Mr. Champat Rai. So obviously, in that sense, Mr. Champat Rai then becomes vicariously liable, is the argument he is making.
Let me tell you, there were 5 or 6 windows for giving donations there. I don't know why those people approached Tinu Yadav for giving the donations.
That's the criminality.
That's one. And was Champat Rai aware of it, that Tinu Yadav is receiving those donations individually? Instead of giving it to the window, there are a person responsible for that, collecting those donations or the offerings. Somebody going, suppose that I know Champat Rai, and I know that he is very close to and I personally go and this is the donation there.
But isn't it a fact that Champat Rai tried to suppress matters on the 4th when it first came out? There was no police case that was filed.
Wrong. That's wrong. Again, I'm saying that's
You're
wrong.
saying he filed a case?
No. He immediately told you the trust members. Please, I'm putting it on record.
No, I here disagree with the day Champat Rai ji had came to know about those persons and he got the money collected from that media reports is suggesting, though the police has not admitted so far. But if that is true, he should have, instead of hiding it and getting it, settled in the matter or in the fashion Akhilesh Yadav suggested. अरे अब साधुओं का इन्वेस्टिगेशन करोगे क्या? बैठ करके कमरे में आंख बंद कर लो और इसको सेटल कर लो. Instead of doing that, he should have directly filed case.
So you're admitting that there is a question mark. There is a question mark. There is a big question mark. There is a big question mark on Champat Rai's actions. And the question still remains about what happened in the counting room. Who's responsible for all this?
But Madhav, did he become a complainant? If not, then he's a conspirator.
Yes, exactly.
If it has come in his knowledge that under his nose these things are happening, why he did not file a complaint in the local police station?
Again, if I
It is because it was his knowledge and intention. How can a driver, a layman also know, how can a driver derive so much authority?
and these businessmen knew to give money to Tinu Yadav, but Champat Rai did not have this money is coming.
One moment. RPC. Coming back.
I would still say that it was not a conspiracy on part of the Champat Rai. He trusted the people, they betrayed. That's the whole chaos.
So when he says I was betrayed, he is referring to the trust of Tinu Yadav and other associates. That's what you're saying. That is the statement he has given. Champat Rai says that I was betrayed. You're saying he was betrayed by his own aides.
Yes.
That is your belief.
That's
okay. Would you like to respond to the earlier charge?
See, again, Madhav, as per my knowledge, 4th itself message was sent to the government, the state government, that we want a SIT on this. We want this to be investigated, not SIT. We need this to be investigated. And that's how the SIT was processed. 4th, the message was sent. One. Secondly, again, I reiterate, but driver when he was a driver, but later on he was promoted or he was brought in as a person who was part of the system. Obviously, you get people who are close to you, who you know in your organization.
Okay, one moment. Yeah, I'll give you a chance to rebut.
You get the people who are known to you. But that doesn't mean that you can take complete responsibility of that man. That, okay, I'm verifying for this person. Because man has worked with you for some 10 years, you feel that he's a good man. So you say, okay, let the trustees keep him as a one of the accountant or the person who will count the money.
Right.
But I don't know what is happening in his mind. So let's understand, and I'm again reiterating.
Okay.
Even if Mr.
But
Champat Rai
his
is
responsibility doesn't go away. Nevertheless, how did the whole scam come about? How was it reported? Do you agree with RPC in terms of Champat Rai being the one who filed the file?
I can just ask, say, Madhav, to you that can your driver enter the studio and do the debate on your behalf? No, he cannot. Please, sir, let me. I never speak for anyone.
Once again. In the spirit of full admission and complete transparency and disclosure, I must announce that I don't have a driver. Now please continue.
Anyway, keep me if you want. Keep me if you want.
One moment. No, not everyone. Vivek Silence is not. One by one. Vivek Silence.
Yes. नहीं, I talk about the Honorable Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Yogi Adityanath. He visited Ayodhya every 15 days. He's so incompetent that he never came to know what is happening inside the temple. Is he so incompetent? There were 1,600 CCTVs and there were 400 security guards serving the Lord Ram temple. And they were paid 1 crore rupees a month salary to protect the temple. And in spite of that, such things are happening, you know. Okay, leave Yogi Adityanath. Come to Rishikesh Upadhyay. He was the mayor of Ayodhya. And he was the witness in the land scam. In spite of that, Bharatiya Janata Party did not take any action against him. That is the question. You cannot trust the Bharatiya Janata Party. They speak lie in the Lok Sabha. The Honorable, Defence Minister has spoken lie. And sadly, he belongs to my own district.
What lie? What are you specifically talking about?
The Sindoor thing. He said no one had died, no one was martyred. And after 13 months, we came to know that 6 of our soldiers had been martyred. He speaks lies in the Lok Sabha.
We can't trust the BJP, says Samajwadi Party.
Well, Yogi ji is so incompetent that he never came to know that taps have been stolen from the Sarkari bungalow.
Oh, come on. Please.
Taps was stolen from the Sarkari
No,
bungalow
Sarkari bungalow.
by Mr. Akhilesh Yadav. We are not blaming Akhilesh Yadav for
He's
that. But
no,
taps
don't
was stolen.
compare taps
But he
with
is
this
so
gold
important.
and
So what is
from
happening
the
in the room, what
holy
is happening
shrine.
in the
Come on.
premises? How
And
do
that
you
was
expect-
just a rumor.
Let's
Spread by the Bharatiya Janata Party.
One by one. But we are digressing from this. We are digressing from this.
Something
Okay,
very
I'm-
surprising and technical. This,
One by one, please.
Madhav,
Yeah.
this trust is not subject to Right to Information Act. The government says that we do not own or control this trust. But the irony is that this trust deals with the public money. And then you are saying that you will not be subject to RTI.
Every masjid, every madrasa, every church.
No, that is,
deals with
you
the
are
public
not
money.
dealing with public money
No,
there.
no, every trust,
and a unique
every madrasa,
distinction.
every church, every.
If it is Champat Rai's own money,
but that is not
his
guaranteed.
driver can do anything.
One
He
second,
can,
one second.
he can have
One
foreign
second. What is
trips,
the
he can do
guarantee?
anything.
One second.
But if it is a public money, can a driver be delegated with such authority that you are taking hundreds of thousands of changes of silver and gold?
Tinu Yadav was not the driver of Mr. Champat.
Whoever he is,
Ex-driver.
if he is the driver, whoever he is,
Stop associating with Mr. Champat.
from where Tinu Yadav derives an authority to deal with public money?
Okay, one moment.
RTI doesn't apply to the trust. You must
Yes, it
understand.
does. Why?
No, it
You are
doesn't
dealing with
apply
public
to.
money.
Why not? Why should it not? He's saying why should it not?
No.
When the people and the devotees' money is
I'm
coming
not-
in,
I'm-
why should RTI not apply here? Please respond to
I'm not talking about why it should not be. There is a different case. As per the RTI, it doesn't apply. That's the simple thing.
What is the argument for that? What is the argument?
The argument is it's not a government trust, sir. It is not a government
The
trust.
trust has been appointed by the PM also.
But the point I'm making is
It has been appointed by the PM also.
Supreme Court said the Supreme Court directed.
One by one, please. No, let's not do this. One by one. No, Vivek sir, 1 second. One by one, please. Tehseen.
First of all, he's right. The RTI cannot apply. We will be in a downfall if RTI is applied to trusts. Then only temples. Why not mosques? Why not churches? Why not gurudwaras? Then why not media? Then why not?
It applies to Gurdwara.
No.
It applies to SGPC.
No, SPGC except but other gurudwaras.
I'm saying it applies to SGPC. As far
No.
Okay. Let's go one by one. Yeah.
At one point, it cannot apply here. The act isn't. If you want to voluntarily disclose, that's one. The act, he's right, does not apply. Now let's come to a larger issue at hand. The issue out here is that today there was a person or these 8 people who go to Champatrai, or the other people who go to Champatrai and Mr. Mishra say there is some sort of a scam happening or there's some sort of a robbery happening. You're duty bound by law to go and file an FIR. You can't say, I will get the money back, I will recover the money. Mr. Champatrai has no authority. When you do that, you are involved in the crime. Now Mr. Champatrai has created an act of crime by not filing the FIR. The SIT itself in the first place started an investigation without the FIR. The FIR is now registered. This shows a pattern in trying to save the topmost people, as he is rightly saying.
Let me just quickly bring in the next talking point. Let's quickly bring that up on the screen over here. What really has happened in terms of the likely lapses? One, of course, is the no entry-exit checks, which, of course, Tehseen was talking about. The checking protocols were not followed over here. Big lapse, certainly from the safety point of view. No police access. Police had no access to the donation counting center. Why or why not? Was this intentional? A matter of probing. Clothes with pockets were allowed. Why is that? Because this was something that the counting center is not supposed to allow. People were coming in with very much all of those pockets, and therefore the cash was concealed in pockets, socks, etc., and taken out of this place. The fourth lapse, CCTV rules were changed. Recording protocols altered on multiple occasions. Who's the person responsible for this? Limited CCTV access. Only a few trust officials had access to the CCTV. Why? And should this have not been with the security personnel is a bigger question. Counting rules were altered. Rules for counting staff were changed on multiple occasions is what we are told now. This is what the SIT has found. And seventh lapse, CCTV not retained for 180 days, which is the protocol. It was only preserved for 45 days. No proper frisking happening also is a big question. Accused not subjected to proper frisking in that particular location. Sangeet Ragi, who's responsible for this?
I think that only the investigation can tell you. But certainly the trust people should have taken care of that, the standard operation protocol.
General Secretary is not responsible?
You cannot accuse general secretaries. You cannot.
Multiple lapses, 8 or 9 lapses we are talking about.
Again saying,
that's why
general secretary cannot be singled out for all these lapses in the standard protocol.
Okay, but don't single out the general secretary.
जनरल सेक्रेटरी नौकरी देनी है तो भाई भतीजा याद आएगा उसकी रिस्पांसिबिलिटी
only the SIT can come out with a conclusion that was there a lapse or there was a
I personally disagree,
conspiracy.
because the SIT has its own responsibility. The trust also has a responsibility, not just a criminal and legal liability, but also a moral authority as being the general secretary of the trust. If you are not managing things properly, then certainly you are going to be held accountable, at least in a people's court. If not in a court of law and people's court. Chirag Shetty, one second. Chirag
आरपी
Shetty.
सिंह जी बोले अगर आपको जॉब देनी है तो आप रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ले रहे हो कि मेरा आदमी इसे नौकरी पे रखो, जब वो चोरी करता है तो मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं है, मैंने तो सिर्फ अच्छे फेथ पे इसको रखा था। ये कैसा दोगलापन है यार, ये तो आपको बताना पड़ेगा ना कि आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी से आया था। सिंस 2021 संजय सिंह जी हैज गिवन कंप्लेंट टू द पुलिस स्टेशन दैट अ मेजर लैंड स्कैम इज हैपनिंग, प्लीज इन्वेस्टिगेट। दे सेड नो। संतोष दुबे, करनी सेना, दे आल्सो गिव अ कंप्लेंट दैट प्लीज समथिंग इज हैपनिंग। और टीनू यादव देर सिंह, वो तो ड्राइवर है, आप अयोध्या में जाके पूछिए ना हाउ पावरफुल ही इज।
Okay.
और कोई अगर किलोज में सोना दे रहा है, क्या ऊपर पता नहीं चल रहा? और ट्रेजरर हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर काउंटिंग एंड मैनेजिंग एवरीथिंग, एंड ही सेज दैट वी आर फाइलिंग द एफआईआर ऑन द प्रिलिमिनरी इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफ द एसआईटी। ये एसआईटी की रिपोर्ट बाहर कहां से आ रही है? जिनके खिलाफ आप जांच कर रहे हैं उन्हें जाके आप रिपोर्ट दिखा रहे हैं कि देखिए सर ये चीजें हो रही
Because
हैं।
the principal secretary home is a member of the trust. I think that's
No,
a large
but the treasurer said this. How come it is going to the treasurer of the trust?
Okay. You want to respond to that, RP Singh? Why is the report being given to the principal secretary, the same person who is on the trust, and also the liability cannot be discounted? Once again, coming back to the same point.
I 100% go with that. Liability can't be discounted. That's why he resigned. And that's why
But
even
Treasurer is not resigned.
Let him make his point. Let him make his point, please. Yeah. But he's still in the office. That's the other point.
he resigned, and then again, he is under scrutiny also. But what about the Mr. Kejriwal? You say I've got a paper signed by each and every MLA of mine that they work in honesty. Affidavit has been signed, and then their minister were caught red-handed
Sir,
taking money.
650
Give me a
करोड़ का दिल्ली में
second.
scam हुआ है।
Their minister
75 करोड़ की
Sir,
चदरें
I have
खरीदी गई हैं।
Their
एक
minister
बार
are
इसको
caught
भी बोल दो,
red-handed.
650
One
करोड़
of the
का
minister
health
is
scam।
in jail because of two of their ministers are in jail because of this. So
I'm going to give Chirag Shetty a chance to respond.
so you have to rely on a person.
Chirag, respond.
See, they are stealing from
Shall I
everywhere.
name
Even
them?
दिल्ली में अब हेल्थ स्कैम हुआ 650 करोड़ का। 150 रुपए की चादर 450 की ली गई है। किसको पकड़ा गया? 2-3 ऑफिसर्स को डाल दिया जेल में। कोई मिनिस्टर, किसी सीएम, किसी का नाम सुना आपने? ये इनका मोडस ऑपरेंडी बन गया है। छोटे लोगों को उठा के जेल
Okay,
में
I don't
डालो।
want to divert from Ram Temple, so let's take a quick look at the RSS statement also that has just come in. Dattatreya Hosbale has also spoken about it. He said, deeply paid by the theft at Ram Mandir. This is the General Secretary of RSS. Those guilty must face stringent punishment is what the RSS says. We expect the SIT to take necessary initiatives soon is also, of course, his statement. RSS calls upon all Hindus to remain patient in the wake of these developments. Can't let such conspiracies defame Hindus is a statement of the RSS as well. RSS,
The Tatara Osabal in the system, then in the RSS system, he is saying what all of us are saying, that anyone who is responsible should be taken to task. No one should be spared. Who else? Then the Tatara Osabale, the number 2 in the RSS hierarchy. So again, I'm reiterating. Please, but as Sachin did a slingshot, don't defame.
why is this statement coming in? Why is this statement coming in after so many days? The RSS could have surely spoken out earlier.
This is how the RSS functions. You cannot jump on or make knee-jerk reactions. RSS came to know about, they learnt about the entire things, what has happened, and they must have been, the higher ups in the organization must have been informed about what has happened. And as I can tell you that my 52 years association with the RSS, Swayamsevaks are most deeply hurt about it. And I think that today Datta Hospolaji has reflected the same emotion of the Swayamsevaks. I'm not talking about those who do not believe in Ram or those who killed Ram Bhakts. They are trying to create this political capital out of it for the 2027 elections. But if anybody who is genuinely hurt from all this, because this was a symbol of trust for all of us, and this was the launching pad for all of us for going for another temple movement for Kashi Vishwanath and Mathura, Krishna Janmabhoomi, and many more other temples of the country.
No, but if this is only, if he's speaking from a position of hurt, as you perhaps rightly are saying, why is he invoking anti-Hindus, those who are anti-Hindu, those who are trying to defame Hindus? Because here is an issue of a trust being mismanaged, plain and simple.
Madhav, simply because a section of media, not all, again I'm saying, and the political parties are trying to tarnish the image of the VHP and the RSS and the BJP. They are painting with a
Who is
black,
doing that? By speaking about
the
a scam
Congress
publicly
party,
is not tarnishing
Samajwadi
him.
Party, you know how much they have,
Samajwadi Party
how
was
much,
a whistleblower.
just a moment, we all know that with whom they stand.
No, but politics has been done by BJP also. BJP
नहीं,
came to power with Ram
certainly.
Temple movement.
But
अब
they
ये
are
लोग कर रहे हैं तो you're saying they are
anti-Sanatani.
politicizing.
But Madhav-
Politics has been
Madhav,
part of
they
the
have
manifesto.
always stood
आपके manifesto
against-
में रहा है Ram Temple, Ram Janmabhoomi. Has it not been?
Madhav, they have always stood
Yes,
against
so
politics.
let's not take the higher moral ground here. If you are blaming them, if you are accusing them of politics, this is what BJP has also done last few decades.
हमारे तो एजेंडे पे था वो, हमारे एजेंडे पे था, हम तो मान रहे हैं, हम तो मना नहीं कर रहे, we are not denying that, and we did it long back in Palampur itself. But what has happened there is a different thing altogether. I mean, this should not demean the overall the faith in the Sanatans.
Are you demeaning the faith of Sanatanis? Vivek Salas.
You know, as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is, if you are taking the credit of everything, be it the Ram Temple or you want to make the Mathura or this Varanasi as an issue.
Mathura.
Yes, Mathura.
Are you with us on Mathura?
Have you heard about Falhari Baba?
No, are you with us on
Falhari Baba is a man, a Baba in Mathura, who has written a letter to Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, and he has inked his blood, saying that there is a lot of chaos and there is a lot of discrepancy as far as the fund in Mathura is concerned. Do you have to say anything about that? First tell me, before blaming the Samajwadi Party. First of all, no one knows here who the treasurer of the trust was. It was Govind Devgiri. Anyone knows? Anyone has questioned the treasurer? No, sadly not. So there is a lot of chaos and confusion. I think the SIT should act fast, or there should be a probe with the CBI, and a Supreme Court sitting judge should monitor it. Then only these big fishes will be caught, otherwise it will be all the eye-washed. As Chirag Shetty said, the tadpoles will go in hell and the big fishes will enjoy in heaven. That is what is happening.
RP Singh.
I reiterate from where I started. Whether the big fish or a small fish, everyone who is responsible will be taken to task. Whether the crocodile also will be taken to task, and I'm saying I'll be with them to ensure that person is hanged.
Who is the crocodile here?
We don't know. Let the investigation happen. You and me are no one to judge on that. Let the investigation happen.
Crocodiles in the Surrey.
नहीं सर 5 minutes 5 seconds सर मोदी जी इज एक्सपर्ट इन कैचिंग क्रोकोडाइल वो तो बचपन में मगरमच्छ पकड़ के ले आते थे अब तो बड़े हो गए ये बड़े वाले मगरमच्छ हैं तो इनको क्यों नहीं पकड़ते हैं भाई
all right let's wrap the debate here. Completely out of time. RP Singh, Prateek Som, Sangeet Ragi, Tehseen Poonawala, Vivek Salas, Chirag Sethi, many thanks to all of you for joining us on this edition of the National Debate.